Hey team, Rowyn here, once again losing my goddamn mind. You may have heard of Entropy Head, or maybe you haven't because I never talk about it. It's a graphic novel I'm working on about a deeply agoraphobic man who has begun seeing demons, made more complicated by the fact that he was already hallucinating long before that. So now he must navigate healing through his mental illness. Like, he's already in therapy before the story starts. We meet his therapist. She's really nice. And he's dealing with that as well as his love life. He meets somebody, and this is, in my brain, this is a love story. And he's doing all that while he's trying to discern which horrible hell creatures are real and which are actually just in his head. That is Entropy. And I've been working on this thing so long that Matthew has started to, this is Matthew, right? Looks like a dude. And this is also Matthew. I don't know. I could argue that he should look a little healthier as the story goes on, maybe. So there's that. But like, the second one is from before the first one, and somehow this one is also Matthew. I don't know. And this one, I guess, and round, and sometimes he's Misha Collins. And sometimes he looks a little like Crispin Glover. And sometimes he's just missing a jaw. Like, he's still got chin. I don't know where his jaw went. And a guy, less angular, I guess. And then these are all supposed to be the same men. Man. Singular man. This is supposed to be the same dude. And it's because I've been drawing him on and off for a long time. Wait. I've been working on Entropy since okay. So I wrote it based on a journal of mine back after I almost died in 2012. Not kidding about that. And then I made it all, metaphor and yada yada. I didn't actually start drawing anything until like late 2017. And it's 23 now, 2023. So it's been 6 years. Okay. This is fine. This isn't a problem. Uh-oh. Okay, so that's why his face is a bazillion things, and I still have to draw him at least 200 times more before this book is done. That's a low estimate, and right now he looks like this on most of this. He's just blue scribbles. He's blue scribbles on most of the pages I've got left. This is what I call a sketch. You may have seen this before in other speed draws. My plan is to go through every page once it's all done and try to find common denominator situation, just for his head. Like, generally his body is fine, it's just his head. I gotta pick a skull shape. Okay, so he's always got a butt chin, right? This situation, right? And I'm usually happy with his nose, actually, in general, from most of these angles. Like, some of them we could make a little bit more Roman, I guess. That's doable. I'm gonna draw on top of all these, as you just saw, and try to even them all out to a consensus. Is that the word I'm looking for? Probably not. Seriously, all the backgrounds are done. So many weirdly detailed, for no reason, props and monsters. Different forms of those monsters. All of the characters, literally every other character, has been drawn at this point. And then there's Matthew. And I forgot that he's in all of the pages. Sometimes he's just legs in some of the panels, or just like a hand. Sometimes we're seeing things from his perspective. I could do more of that and just cut him out of the whole comic. No. Also, here's a panel without the gutters and word bubbles, just because I think it's funny. In any case, let's try to puzzle this one out. So, okay. I think this one, it looks too young. He's supposed to be in his 30s. Because I'm in my 30s. So let's just give him a little bit more of that. Yep. A little more emphasis on the chin. You can watch me fuck up a lot. Isn't that great? Isn't that fun? I did kind of want him to have cheekbones, but at that point he's got too much angles. He's too much. If he also has cheekbones. I always give him a larger chin. If you've ever seen Dead Ray, you know I've got a type. My husband, also. It's just what I do. So if we lower the jaw slightly, then I think that's okay. The eyes also will need a little bit of tweaking, because sometimes he's kind of cartoony. These, like, big eyeballs. And sometimes... sometimes he's more subdued. His skin tone can also change, although I'm going to have to work with that anyway, because the lighting is going to change depending on what's going on, right? And he should reflect that, rather than what I've got going on now. So more angles on jaw. Less angle on actual chin, we could say. That's fair. Okay. This one I think is fine. He can look a little crisp and glovery. But then this one can just be a little angler. Angler? Really? Sure, anglerfish. A little bit more angled. A little bit sharper. There we go. That's a word. We'll go sharper. Otherwise I think he's kind of okay. I think this is fixable. I think I haven't totally ruined my life. Maybe. I don't know. What's going on over here? The issue is with the round head, but if I just do like that, it automatically thins it up a little bit. I still have to worry about ear placement, because if I need to move this over there, that's fine, but I gotta keep that in mind. Again, he looks really young in some panels. I don't know if that's because I wanted him to look real sad. Like we're supposed to feel worse for him. I don't know. But this is, again, a little fixable, because we can just... Bigger nose, same amount of chin. I gave him a lot of chin most of the time. Sharper jaw. And, you know, maybe sometimes he'll have a round head. I don't know. But we're gonna soften up some things, we're gonna sharpen up some things. I say we like you guys are helping. You are helping. Your support, that's important. Alright, so we got a hit, right? We got sharp. We got sharp. I want to simplify this to a shape I can just kind of replicate. That's already wrong. Okay, so I think the average way that you do a face is like that, and then you have jaw just kind of down here. I, for whatever reason, when I do any kind of thing like that, I start with a whole egg. And then it's a whole face. And then its eyes go there, and nose go there, and lips. And I kind of build from there. That's probably not the right way to do it. I don't know. Is there a right way? If you get it done, does it really matter? I think it's whatever is easier for you to make sense of things. If you saw my tutorial on how I draw hands, as an example, right? Like, some people just do like a box situation. My brain doesn't do that. I can't do that, so I have to draw like the muscles to figure out, and then there's, you know, shorter finger, longest finger, slightly shorter finger than that, and then the thumb. Like, I don't know. It's different. I do it different. It's not bad, it's just different. So, okay, I will have to figure out eyeballs and such later. That's not true, I'm doing it right now. So the way I thought of his eyes, he has heavier lids, but maybe not full-on hooded like the way mine are. Like, I've got some Jessica Rabbit looking silly eyeballs. That's my eyeball. So, I don't necessarily want to have that, but just to have a little bit of a hood that you can see more often than not. Which I did do. And like that one. And this one. I'd argue kind of this one. In some of them. In the more Misha Collins looking ones. Okay. So what's wrong with these? Nothing. I mean, they're fine. They're cartoony. The issue is the size. I could make them smaller. Like here, he's kind of laughing, so it's okay. This can be a haha. But, no, there are ways. There are ways I can make this work. I can make this work. I can make you all one man. And you're not looking at every page at the same time, right? Maybe you'll forget as the reader. No, you won't. None of you ever forget. You remind me of my sins. Every day. So he's got this part of his nose and this part of his nose. He's got a longer nose. And he's going to have that Roman... this situation. I like a good strong nose. Because I have a good strong nose. His eyes could tilt slightly, because sometimes I drew them more like my husband's. Because that's who's in my brain all the time, right? Because Rob's eyes go down a little on the ends. It's a very... I don't know the other term for it. It's like romantic, you know? Aw, but no, really. It's a family eyeball. They all kind of have that in his family. And it's just a really pretty eye shape. I don't know. I like it. So some of Matthew looks like that, and some of him doesn't. There are many Matthews. I might do just a study of chins at some point, because I don't want him to look like he's got, you know, actual ass cheeks, right? I call it a butt chin, but that's supposed to be a haha, and I don't know, at some point it stopped being a haha. So I could square it off a little bit, and still have the dimple, and that might work better. This horrible mess, I think, is gonna be correct. Where's his hairline? Here? Maybe? Maybe has a little bit of a widow's peak situation. Ears are always going to be bigger than you think they are. It's very common to make tiny, tiny little ears, but no. No, your ears should be... Not you as a person. You could have bigger or smaller ears. But I'm saying when you're drawing, it is easier to think of ears in terms of where they are in relation to the nose, where they are in relation to the eyebrow. And just kind of go from there, the brow bone. So, okay. I'm gonna go from there, right? Yeah, thank you for coming with me on my TED Talk. Yeah, this is because it's been years. Thousands and thousands of years. 6 years. And, I don't know, I could pick actors to play him and try to use references that are consistent, but at this point, I think I just need to, I don't know, a smashing of all of them together. What is the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't know, I said consensus before, that wasn't right either. A consolidated... a consolidated effort of this face, I don't know. But for now, wish me luck, and rock on.